Have you ever pondered upon why some people go out of their way to help others, even when it doesn't directly benefit them? It's a question that strikes at the heart of human nature, isn't it? This behavior, this seemingly selfless act, is known as altruism. Altruism is that spark within us that inspires us to lend a hand, to step in, to make a difference. It's not about personal gain or recognition, it's about making the world a better place, one small act at a time. But what drives us to be altruistic? Is it a deep-seated need to be accepted, to belong? Or is it a reflection of our innate sense of empathy and compassion? These are profound questions that delve into the very essence of who we are and what it means to be human. Today we will explore the surprising benefits of altruism and how it can positively impact your life. First, let's understand what altruism means. Essentially, altruism is the selfless concern for the well-being of others. It's when you act out of genuine concern for another person, even if it means making a sacrifice. Altruism is about giving without expecting anything in return. But let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Altruism isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. There are various types of altruism that manifest in different ways. For instance, there's direct altruism, where you help someone directly, like helping an elderly neighbor carry groceries. Then there's indirect altruism, where your actions benefit a wider group, such as donating to a charity that supports underprivileged children. Another type is emotional altruism, where you help someone because you empathize with their emotional state. You might comfort a friend who's going through a tough time, for instance. On the flip side, there's practical altruism, where you provide tangible assistance like fixing a flat tire for a stranger. Now let's talk about some real-life examples. Consider a firefighter who risks their life to save others from a burning building. That's altruism. Or think about a teacher who spends extra hours after school to help struggling students. That's altruism too. Even small actions like sharing your lunch with a coworker who forgot theirs or giving up your seat on a crowded bus for a pregnant woman are examples of everyday altruism. So you see, altruism isn't just about grand gestures, it's also about those small acts of kindness we can all incorporate into our daily lives. Altruism doesn't necessarily mean putting others before yourself all the time. It's about finding a balance between self-care and caring for others. It's about understanding that we're all interconnected and that helping others ultimately helps us too. Now that we've understood what altruism is, let's delve into the scientific benefits it holds. Believe it or not, science has a lot to say about the benefits of altruism. Let's delve into the research findings that highlight the positive impacts of altruism on our lives. Firstly, let's talk about mental health. Psychological studies suggest that altruistic behaviors can lead to significant reductions in stress, anxiety, and depression. When we help others, our brains release feel-good chemicals like endorphins and oxytocin. These natural mood boosters not only make us feel happier but also help us cope better with stress and negativity. Secondly, altruism can promote better physical health. The act of giving and helping others can stimulate the release of the hormone oxytocin, which is known to reduce inflammation and aid in heart health. Some research even suggests that people who engage in altruistic behaviors have lower blood pressure and live longer, healthier lives. Moving on to social connections, altruistic acts can strengthen our relationships and foster a sense of belonging. By helping others, we show empathy and kindness, traits that are highly valued in any social setting. We become more likable and trustworthy, attracting more positive interactions and deeper connections. Lastly, let's consider overall happiness. Altruism isn't just about making others happy, it also significantly contributes to our own happiness. Studies have found that people who practice altruism report higher levels of life satisfaction and overall well-being. They experience a helper's high, a state of euphoria that comes from giving unconditionally. In essence, science tells us that altruism isn't a selfless act devoid of personal gain. Instead, it's a win-win situation where both the giver and receiver benefit. The act of giving can make us happier, healthier, and more socially connected. It can improve our quality of life and make our everyday experiences more fulfilling. As you can see, altruism isn't just about helping others, it's also a pathway to personal growth and happiness. So, how can you incorporate altruism into your daily life? Well, it's easier than you might think. Altruism doesn't need to involve grand gestures or monumental acts of sacrifice. Rather, it's often the small acts of kindness that can create a ripple effect, touching more lives than you might initially realize. Consider this. You're in line at the coffee shop and decide to pay for the person's order behind you. It's a small act, but it can start a chain reaction. That person, touched by your kindness, might hold the door open for someone else. That person, in turn, might help a stranger pick up dropped groceries, and so on. Each act, though small, contributes to a larger culture of kindness and empathy. Or think about your interactions at work. Maybe you take a moment to genuinely ask a colleague how they're doing, or you offer to help with a project that's not part of your job description. These actions might seem insignificant, but they can have a profound impact on your workplace environment, boosting morale and fostering a sense of camaraderie. And let's not forget about the power of volunteering. Giving your time to a cause you care about not only benefits the organization you're helping, but it also enriches your own life. It allows you to connect with others, develop new skills, and experience the satisfaction of making a difference. The beauty of altruism is that it's not about the size of the act, but the intent behind it. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of our lives and choosing to act in a way that uplifts others. And the best part? These acts of kindness often boomerang right back to you. They can lead to stronger relationships, a sense of fulfillment, and even improved mental health. So, start small. Smile at a stranger, compliment a friend, donate to a charity, volunteer your time. Remember, the opportunities to practice altruism in your daily life are endless. Remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to make a significant impact. By now, you might be wondering, how can I see the benefits of altruism in my own life? Well, the answer is closer than you think. The beauty of altruism is that its effects are not always immediate or apparent, but they are profound and far-reaching. Imagine a pebble thrown into a tranquil pond. The initial splash may be small, but the ripples it creates spread out, touching places far beyond the point of impact. The same goes for our acts of kindness. They have the power to create a ripple effect, influencing not just the person we help, but also their interactions with others, and so on. Now, how can you see these ripples in your own life? It starts with being mindful and observant. Pay attention to the people around you. Notice how their demeanor changes after you lend a helping hand or offer a word of encouragement. Do they seem happier, more relaxed? Do they pass on the kindness to others? These changes, however subtle, are the direct fruits of your altruistic actions. Next, take a moment to reflect on your own feelings after performing a selfless act. Do you feel a sense of satisfaction or fulfillment? A warm glow of happiness? This, my friends, is what we call the helper's high, a psychological phenomenon where helping others can lead to feelings of euphoria and energized calmness. It's your brain's way of saying thank you for doing something good. Moreover, practicing altruism can help you build stronger relationships. When we help others without expecting anything in return, we foster trust and mutual respect. This can deepen our connections with others and create a sense of belonging. So if you find your relationships becoming richer and more meaningful, know that your altruistic actions might have played a part in it. Finally, take note of how your perspective of the world changes. Altruism can shift our focus from me to we, promoting a greater sense of empathy and understanding. You might find yourself feeling more connected to the people around you, and the world at large. When you start to practice altruism, you'll notice a positive shift in your life. Not only will you be helping others, but you'll also be helping yourself. We've come a long way today. From understanding altruism, to seeing how it can benefit us. We've dissected the concept, peeled back its layers, and analyzed its role in our daily lives. We've delved into the science behind it, explored how it triggers positive responses in our brain and body, and how it can contribute to our own happiness and well-being. We've seen through various examples how altruism can manifest in our day-to-day interactions and how it can create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion. We've observed the benefits not just on a personal level but on a societal one as well. Altruism isn't just about helping others, it's about helping ourselves too. It's about understanding that our actions can have a profound impact on the world around us. It's about fostering a sense of community, of connectedness. So, why not give altruism a try? You might just be surprised by the benefits it brings to your life.